Hey everyone, good morning. James Azar here with the CyberHub Podcast for your daily practitioner brief. Go to our website, cyberhubpodcast.com. You can get our PDF with all the beautifully, magnificently designed links, content, stories, everything you need to kick off your day with everything you need to know beyond the clickbait. We're not a clickbait kind of practitioner brief. You can get that cyberhubpodcast.com. If you're listening or watching, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, so that way you get alerts every single day. We release this at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. Fridays is the day where we don't do our practitioner brief. We do release a tech corner, and last week we had a great one. Make sure you check it out as well if you're listening on our audio podcast or if you're watching us on YouTube. Now let's get into our practitioner brief for today, August 18th, 2020. This year has just been crazy and it's flying by. A critical Jenkins server vulnerability could leak sensitive information. Tracked as CVE 2019er 17638, the flaw has a CVSS rating of 9.4 and impacts Eclipse Jetty versions 9.4.27 version 2020-0227 to 9.4.29 version 2020-0521, a full feature tool that provides a Java HTTP server and a web container for use in software frameworks. The vulnerability could allow unauthenticated attackers to obtain HTTP response headers that may include sensitive data intended for another user. A patch is already in place. The link is available on our PDF at cyberhubpodcast.com. You can get it there. Make sure you do so right now. Now we go to where multiple uninstallers released for China-linked GoldenSpy malware. The GoldenSpy malware was a backdoor that was later found to be preceded by the Golden Helper, which is built into an official tax application for foreign companies doing business in China, and they are required to install it. Like all things in China, everything has a hidden backdoor. So does this application that they require all companies to use if you do business in China. For CISOs, a lot of times we're so worried about our infrastructure and everything like that, but you can't trust anything that comes out of the Chinese government, folks. That's a communist controlled party. They're in it for data. They're in it to steal intellectual property. This is another example of it. Trustwave today released a total of 5 GoldenSpy uninstallers, some of which that have been uploaded to public repositories, thus increasing their detection rates, meaning they're going to see that these are out there and they're going to enhance the app, but nonetheless, it's good to continue this cat and mouse game. All the identified uninstaller variants show identical behaviors, although some of them use different execution flows and string obfuscation. The size of the uninstallers also differs, helping them evade detections. Security researchers discovered that starting with the third variant, subsequent samples would send a unique ID to a domain, allowing the adversary to track the code activity. Obviously, China has an interest in continuing to spy on the globe, and that is a problem. Ensure you can read more about GoldenSpy in the report from Trustwave on our website, cyberhubpodcast.com. And now we move to multiple different cyber attacks that have made headlines over the last few days. A pair of cyber attacks on high-profile targets where the owner of Jack Daniel's Distillery, the iconic Ritz London Hotel for your high tea, and the Canada Tax Revenue Office that is leading to financial fraud. We'll start with the Revel ransomware gang attacking the Jack Daniel's and their owner, Brown Forman Corp., with a ransomware. They alleged to have stolen 1 terabyte worth of data. The company says that some employee data may have been exposed, but they don't believe any customer data was exposed in this specific ransomware attack. Revel did release that kind of stuff. They released a link to some of the data online as kind of a power play in this ransomware attack. And they said that their conversations with the company have not gone well, meaning the company didn't bend. Good for them. The Canada Revenue Agency also suspended online services after accounts were hit in a third wave of credential stuffing attacks this weekend, giving bad actors access to various government services. Canadian authorities said almost 15,000 online accounts for various government services have been targeted in 3 recent waves of credential stuffing attacks. These accounts could give attackers access to Canadian tax-related and benefit information. Some people are reporting that they didn't get their COVID-19, China virus, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, that they didn't get their money that they were intended to get as a relief fund from the government because their accounts were actually breached that way as well. And the Ritz is confirming that on August 12th, they had a potential data breach within their food and beverage system. That one's really interesting because these guys went right to work calling these victims and charging them, trying to charge their cards with money, and then using that credit card information in order to do some credit card scams online. A few more headlines available on our Practitioner Brief on our website at cyberhubpodcast.com, folks. Email crash exploit has stoppered Emotet for 6 months. Chrome 86 to alert users of filling out any insecure forms. And the U.S. Army report says that many North Korean hackers operate from abroad and not from within the hermit state, predominantly China, Iran, Russia, Belarus, and a few other places. That's it for our Practitioner Brief today. Make sure you subscribe, give us 5 stars. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be back with a lot more tomorrow. Until then, folks, be careful how you're browsing online, and more importantly, stay cyber safe.